moderator of the Joppy Dallas Mayoral Forum. I greatly appreciate that. Greatly appreciate that. I've had a great time there. Like to send a special shout out to all of the people in Joppy, Texas, Friedmans Town. A lot of people don't realize that. Friedmans Town, William Brown Miller, school I went to. William Brown Miller, after the Civil War, when the slaves were freed, black folk had to find a place to go at. They founded a Friedmans Town. It's one of the many Friedmans Towns in the city of Dallas. And you probably drove past them and didn't even know that they were actually there. This is one of them, Joppy. Another one would be Alpha, Texas. You say Alpha Road, I know where Alpha Road's at. Well, that was where the Friedmans Town was at. Alpha, Texas. You didn't know they did.
You know that one.
Yeah, see. Alpha, Texas. See, you came in, you found something.
Always learn something new.
So, Alpha, Texas, the Dallas Galleria Mall, that's where Friedmans Town was at. And then, of course, Uptown, State, Thomas Street. You know, that used to be another Friedmans Town. And in Oak Cliff, the bottom, that area. Yep, Friedmans Town again. You know, that's what we have going on. There's a lot of Friedmans Town around. And these were people who were free, newly emancipated, no longer slaves, that did not treat themselves as slaves and went out and created a new American. And now here we are, 2019. We are probably more slaves today than we did in 1865. But that being said, what we're trying to do is we're trying to find our way. And one way we're trying to find our way is that we will be voting in May. May 4th, 2019. How you like that segue?
I love that segue.
So we have with us today, we have Erik Wilson, Erik with a K.
Erik with a K.
Wilson, who's running for Dallas City Council District 8. How you been?
Wonderful. First of all, let me say thank you for having me here today. It's a great pleasure to be here once again with the great Ed Gray. I'm sorry, excuse me, my bad. Doctor.
No, I'm not doctor yet. People keep putting that on there. No, I'm not doctor yet. I'm working on it. I gotta do a whole bunch more writing, but we're working on it.
Working on it. I give you credit. Give you credit for what you've accomplished thus far.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I've been looking at your flyer.
Yes, sir.
I can't help but look at the background. The background right there.
Oh, you noticed that?
How can we help but not notice that, man?
Oh,
you know, you get the award for people who brought in the biggest yard sign. I mean, look at it, man.
Well, I mean,
I called you this morning. I said, will you go ahead and bring a yard sign? He said, I think I can find one. I said, I think I got one big enough. I'm expecting, a yard sign, a one bigger than that. But Jesse's a big dude, man. You know what? Jesse needed some help putting that sign up against the wall.
Well, I think the sign represents District 8, since District 8 is the largest district in the city of Dallas. So I think that's just indicative of the type of district that I hope to represent.
Okay. You did that one very well.
That's a good segue.
Yeah, it was a good segue. Now, Erik with the K.
Yes, sir.
That seems to be your slogan all the time, Erik with the K. Why you gotta spell it out like that for us?
Well, it sounds great. It's easy to remember. Erik with a K, vote in May. It rings with the voters. To this day, been using it for several years now. People actually call me Erik with a K now. People used to call me E, and I never understood why would you shorten. My name is already 4 letters. But now I've extended that with Erik with a K, and my last race that I had an individual that had a similar name. So to help the voters realize who they were voting for, I decided to go with Erik with a K.
So you need to just change your birth certificate.
Well,
change your name, not your birth certificate.
It also sounds good, Erik with a K, vote in May. Erik with a K, don't delay. Erik with a K, vote today.
Yeah, that's the reason why I changed my name to Ed Gray, because I can say Ed Gray, vote in May. I can do those things too, man.
Bring it on.
Well, I'm gonna let you have it. Now you say that leadership you can be proud of. Now, I'm just looking at your flyer first, and then we'll go to the direct questions. Again, appreciate you for coming on the show. You've taken a great time to come out here to Arlington to be on this show. I just wanted to ask you, and that's what I was going to ask you for the very first question, is leadership you can be proud of. You're running to get your old job back.
Well, not to get my old job back. I'm running to represent the citizens of District 8. It is not my seat. It is the seat of the will of the people. And I want to once again represent them and have them to be proud of the leadership that represents them, proud of the leadership that understands them and that has never forgotten them, that has always worked hard for them with them in mind. So being proud of your leadership, being proud of someone who actually understands where the community comes from and wants to put together resources to empower the community so they can thereby help themselves and not always looking for someone to help them.
Now, your flyer, leadership you can be proud of, someone may insinuate that we don't have leadership that they're proud of. Is that what this is saying?
Well, you know, voters are free to think what they may think, but I just want to give them the option that if you want a leadership that is for you, that has always been for the people, by the people, then I'm that candidate.
Now, how many years did you serve on the?
I served from 2015 to 2017, so 2 years.
2 years. And what do you think was your greatest achievement during the time you were there?
My greatest achievement, I would have to say, helped to start the rebirth of Redbird, bringing in transportation options off of I-20 to be able to help spur that development, getting that into Southern Gateway project, so there will be an opportunity for you to go east and west on 20 and be able to exit to the mall with great ease. Spearheading the development, helping to spearhead the development around UNT Dallas, the housing development, bringing in the necessary utilities in the new Wheatland Road, thereby allowing the development to happen around Skyline Ranch and in an area to help the growing population of UNTD. Also looking at development of, well, also reducing the number of chronic dumping sites within the city. We had, particularly in southern Dallas, we had about 63 chronic dumping sites. Got that knocked down to 35. So what does that do? That reduces the amount of loose dogs, that reduces the amount of crime. We worked with the SPCA and Crime Stoppers. They were offering $2,500 reward for individuals if they were caught, if you can identify them, and to help persecute them. Now, we caught individuals, believe it or not, ranging from those chronic individuals who normally dump maybe a business. We caught a pastor. We caught regular citizens.
You called a pastor?
Yeah, there was a pastor who was caught illegally dumping. So, yeah. So we working on cleaning up Dottie Ferry, working on public safety, Pleasant Grove, creating street lights because right in front of the golf course, Jim Miller and Elam Road area, that was a very, very dangerous intersection. Pemberton Hill Road, I mean.
Now, where's your district? You just went all over.
I'm just halfway in the district in terms of things that being able to do. And well, to be honest with you, give you an idea, 56 square miles, largest district in the city, begins from Copper Hill, I-20, keep going east, we go through Oak Cliff, we go through Singing Hills, we go through Highland Hills, we keep going east, down Ledbetter, we keep going through Pleasant Grove, the southern part of Pleasant Grove, through Ledbetter where the old Shake Rattling Road used to be.
Yeah, you telling your age.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, so.
Shake Rattling Road.
Yes, sir, so keep going east, young man, so we stopped at the old 75 and keep going east, so we're south of 75 in Pleasant Grove, and we continue all the way into Cleburne Riley, and we stop at Cedarville.
Now, that's a very large district.
Right.
You said 56 square miles?
Yes, sir.
That is 5 times larger than the District of Columbia.
Yes, and we have nearly
10 square miles.
and we have nearly 90,000 residents, typically in each 88, 89,000 residents in each district.
So that qualifies as a city.
As a city, yes.
Now, how many residents?
Between 88 and 89,000.
89,000. Okay. A little shy under 100,000.
Yeah, just a little shy, you know, some small suburbs around it.
Well, exactly. Now, when you were on the city council and you did all of these things, my impression was that you seemed to be a young man in a hurry about getting these things done. Is that a reason why?
It was a reason why, because one of the things that I campaigned on and wanted to make sure that that happened, I had seen the district since I was a little boy, and some areas remain the same. There were some houses that have been there since I was a child. There were some areas that have not had growth in it. And I've listened to residents after meeting complain about some of the things that I wanted to implement and make sure that happened. So yes, I was in a hurry to make those things happen because they hadn't happened. And I wanted to make sure that they were taken care of, because my belief is if we take care of the small things, we take care of the simple things, we take care of the things that matter to people, that touch their everyday life, their quality of life, then we can begin to bring in the new shiny things and be able to uplift the community, be able to develop that area. So we have to take care of the small stuff, the things that have been left out, those things that may have gone by or not been paid attention to. So I want to make sure that an individual that thought they didn't have a big voice had a voice, to the individuals who were the loudest. So it was no respect to person, it was a problem, and I needed to solve it. I needed to work with the community to make sure that that happened.
Your district is home to me because that's the district that I grew up in, went to school at the David W. Carter High School, and also that's it. And also, my family still lives in that district. I want to go ahead and ask you some questions when we come back. But first of all, I want to go ahead and address the basic question of streets, potholes, and loose dogs. You mentioned earlier some parts of Pleasant Grove, they have a dog issue and also dumping as well. So let's just focus on the potholes, and then when we come back, we will, as we always say before, we just talk about the business at hand.
Let's do it.
All right? All right, let's go ahead to that break first and we'll come back. Okay?
Hi, this is Thurman Joe.